Where do we even begin? This is literally the biggest news we have ever had in our entire lives. And I can't believe we have kept it a secret for this long. But we are having a baby. Holy shizzle. I can't believe we're like actually saying the words right now. Like, it's kind of crazy because I feel like it's almost like when you can't say something, you're so scared of talking because you don't want to accidentally slip. And obviously I've been MIA for a couple months because we were going through a really, really hard time losing our fur baby. And so on top of grieving and being depressed, I was growing a little human inside of me, which obviously has been pretty hard. We've been through a lot these past couple of months. I have been so sick. I've always had so much respect for pregnant women, but now I understand. And like, to those of you guys that have no symptoms, you are so blessed. You are so lucky. I, on the other hand, have been going through it. We are working through it day by day. I say we because Eldon has been my literal backbone. He has been the most tremendous support for not just me, but our dogs too, because we were all going through such a really rough and sad time. Oh my God.
Well, I just want to make it easier on you because you are going through a lot and your body is too.
Yeah. And
don't cry.
Okay. You know, I wanted this to be a happy video, but you guys know that, you know, it's been hard. So it's like being sick and sad and not wanting to eat and just sleeping all day. I was really worried for baby because, you know, I didn't want it to affect our baby, but at the same time, it's like you can't control
your
emotions when you're going through such a hard time, you know. And losing Hanale was my baby, so it just obviously made everything so much harder. And it's crazy because out of all times, we've been together for 13 years and we finally have a baby, and it happened to be during the hardest time of our lives. My first trimester and into the second trimester, I was losing weight. So obviously that made me really worried. So, you know, that was obviously a huge concern for me, and I just wanted to make sure that my baby was growing consistently, I guess, or like properly.
Like nourished.
Yeah.
Enough nutrients.
But most days I was so sick that I was literally just surviving off saltine crackers, and
only a couple too, not even like
like 3. My pregnant mommies know. If you know, then you know. Like, I feel like it just made it harder on me, making sure that I was giving my baby nutrients to help it grow and everything be okay, even though I was going through the hardest time of my life. So it's just been a roller coaster, to say the least, but we are so happy. I cannot believe that we're actually halfway through our pregnancy already, and it's been a long time coming. 13 years in the making, and today, when you guys are seeing this, it is actually our 10-year wedding anniversary. So fun fact, Eldiana actually kept the same date across every single milestone. And a little backstory, we've been friends for like, by now, I want to say 16, 17 years. We've known each other for a really, really long time. But he asked me to be his girlfriend on April 7th, 2010. He proposed to me on April 7th, 2012. He took me to Maui for our anniversary, and it was like the best proposal I could have ever dreamed of. And we originally planned to get married 2 years after engagement, but we were also planning to move out to California. So that kind of sped up the process, which honestly made it a lot more stressful because we planned the whole entire wedding by ourselves and did everything ourselves. And between the two of us, we worked 6 jobs, 3 jobs each, picking up every single side job we could to save up for a wedding. And it's just crazy because time has just flown by. And fast forward 10 years later, we're now celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. Well, technically today when you guys are watching it, but wow.
With a new addition on the way.
With a new addition on the way. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this just because it's so personal. We actually didn't even tell anyone, like literally anybody, but we've been trying to have a baby for almost a year now, and we started trying to kind of get the process going. About 2 years ago, I went to go visit my OBG. I got blood work just to see like if it was possible for me to have a baby, because you guys, I've never been pregnant in my entire life. Like my entire life, not once, never even had a scare. We've just been, I guess,
Pull out game strong.
yeah, I guess we're just like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess pull out game strong because I haven't been on birth control or anything and I've never been pregnant. So in the back of my mind, it's always made me a little worried. And a lot of you guys always ask like, how come you guys haven't had a baby yet? But it's hard because we're out here alone. All of our family is back home. You know, we don't have grandma and grandpa nearby and, you know, aunties and uncles and cousins and everything. So it's just made us hold off a lot longer. You know, if it were up to me, I would have loved to start having kids like 10 years ago. But also, I don't regret it because we've gotten to fully live out our 20s and do everything we wanted to. We got to travel. We've literally dedicated our whole lives to our dogs. So I think everything happens for a reason. And now that we're in our 30s, we're 30, flirty, and thriving. And we're ready to officially settle down and just start a family, which I feel like we've already been settled down, but now it's like a whole different meaning of settled down. Like, I can't believe it. But back to, I kind of like, I don't know, I have so much on my mind right now that I'm going all over the place. So hopefully you guys are keeping up. But back to us trying a year ago, I kept getting negative. And it was honestly just kind of hard because when you are purposely trying to have a baby and, you know, you don't get that positive, it's very disheartening. Is that the word?
I think you just worry a little bit more.
Yeah, we did start to worry a little bit, but we were being patient. And then if you guys are keeping up, you guys know that I had the boxing fight come up. So we had this discussion of putting everything on pause and not trying until the fight was over, which is actually coming up next week, because I had 6 to 7 months to train as hard as I could and get ready for the fight. So when that fell through, I was like, okay, everything happens for a reason. This must mean that God wants us to have a baby and not wait till next year to try again. So there's just been a lot going on behind the scenes. And then obviously with Hanalei, with Hana's health going downhill, it just was really hard, and we were taking care of him full time. It turned into like 24 hours around the clock, full-time nurse care, and he just kept declining and declining. And it's crazy because when we finally got a positive, it was during the time where mentally I gave up trying, and I was like, we'll just go through life right now and go through the struggles, and we'll retry again when things, you know, maybe get better. But with Hanalei, I just like couldn't even think about trying to have a baby at the time. So when I got the positive, it came as a shock, like a complete shock. You guys know that Hanalei was my literal shadow. He was my little baby, and even though I mentioned in our last video that all 3 dogs usually follow us around the house, but Hana is always next to my side. And of course, when I took the test and got the positive, he was sitting right next to me. And at the time, like, I think we still had a month left with him. I think it was like a month before he passed, and I didn't know he was gonna go that soon. But I just felt something in me that he wasn't gonna be here when the baby comes. And almost like they were swapping places, which makes it so hard. Like, so freaking hard. Because selfishly, you know, I wanted him to hang on long enough to be here to complete our family, because even though we're having a baby, I just feel like our family is incomplete now without him. But I know he'll be here with us. And the craziest thing is when we had our first appointment, we found out that the baby is due the same week as Hanalei's birthday. And I got chills. And I just, like, I couldn't believe it. I'm in so much shock because I couldn't, like what are the odds that the baby's coming when it was supposed to be the celebration of his birthday another year. And he would have been 8 years old this year. It's crazy because if he was a human baby, we would have had an almost 8-year-old kid, which is like crazy to think. Like, those 8 years went by so fast with him. But I didn't want to make this emotional because my last video was so sad. Sorry. I should have not worn makeup. Oh, I miss that guy so much. And I wish more than anything that he would have been here. And it makes me so sad that, like I said, selfishly, like, I wish he could have held on so we could have got a family photo together. At least. But he's out of pain now and not suffering. I knew this video was gonna be hard because it's like bittersweet, but we are so excited for this new addition to our family, and I like to think of it as a way like our baby's reincarnating. Is that where Hanalei's reincarnating? I'd like to think that it's Hanalei reincarnating into our baby. So, which is weird. Like, it's not like I want my baby to be my dog, but I'm just saying, like, his soul is what complete us, and that's why we've been just going through a really hard time, because he was little, but he was mighty, and he was such a huge piece of our hearts. But yeah, we have been taking you guys along this journey, and I've been really sick, so I haven't been able to even start editing the footage yet, so I'm gonna be working on it. I'm sorry if it doesn't come out like right away, but I'm so excited to share with you guys this journey. We filmed all the reactions of telling our friends and family and telling Eldon, and those videos are gonna be so fun to rewatch because I haven't seen anything yet since we filmed it. And oh my gosh, it's just been such a shock to everybody that it's been like the best being able to share this news with the closest people in our lives. And actually that's why we went home this past weekend to tell the big news with our family and our closest friends. And it was just like literally the best trip ever, especially after everything we've been going through. Like, it was just nice to unplug and be home with everybody. And I've never been more homesick. Like, even though it was super hard to leave our babies, we have a really amazing sitter now. We're so happy we found somebody, and she's like the best ever. So we were happy to, you know, feel at peace knowing our babies are being taken care of. But at the same time, like, it was really hard leaving them. But it was so nice to be home and just like spending time with everybody. And yeah, we're so excited to be
starting a new chapter.
Yeah, starting a new chapter.
It's okay.
And we can't wait to share everything that we've filmed to take you guys along this journey with us. And we can't say thank you enough for all of your love and support, especially during this really hard time. I'll have so much more to share in the next videos, and hopefully I won't cry again. It's just I know some people are gonna be like, oh, it's because you're pregnant, you're emotional. Like, no, that was my child. I would have been just as emotional and devastated, pregnant or not pregnant. I mean, yeah, it made it harder because I was pregnant, because I've been so sick, but emotionally and mentally, like, it would have been just as hard. But we are really excited for the near future. I cannot believe, like, I feel like this has been like the longest start of the year, but also it's been the slowest. Like, it's been in slow motion but fast forward at the same time.
There's a lot's been going on.
A lot has been going on. But yeah, shout out to my amazing husband, because without him, I literally could not do this without him. You are literally my everything.
Well, I'm here to take care of you, so.
Yeah, he really does. Like, every single time I throw up and he hears me, even if he's across the house, he comes running in the bathroom and he like rubs my back, and he's just been the best ever. Like, ever. I've never felt so hopeless in my life, but I'm just so grateful for you. But yeah. Oh, well, we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video really soon. We also vlogged in Hawaii. I feel like that vlog is going to be all over that place, but I'm going to start editing that one next. So that one will be next. And then obviously we'll start posting all the reactions and all the fun videos soon. But
you said all over that place. All over the place.
Did I?
Yeah.
All over the place. I don't even know if pregnancy brain is a thing yet. Like, I always hear women say it at like the end of their pregnancy, but I'm like, middle pregnancy is pregnancy brain, right?
You're pregnant, so I guess.
Me making excuses. But yeah, it's been a crazy journey, but we are so grateful for you guys. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this video and be on this journey with us. We love you guys so much, and we will See you in the next one.